We've all heard it, right? That needing stronger glasses, maybe struggling a bit more driving at night, well, that's just part of getting older. Like it's guaranteed.
Yeah, it's presented as this inevitable decline.
Exactly. But, if the sources we looked at are on the right track, that view is maybe too simple.
Honestly,
Feels a bit disempowering.
it really is. I mean, sure, the years pass, but what our deep dive shows is that the speed of vision fading, that's not just about age itself.
Right.
It's more about this cumulative sort of slow motion damage happening inside the retina over time. And the exciting part is, if you can address that damage, you can actually slow things down considerably.
Okay, so that's our mission today then. We're aiming for a shortcut, really, to get you well informed on a pretty specific and frankly simple solution. We dove into the science behind, get this, 3 groups of tiny seeds. Seems basic, but they apparently supply the exact nutritional tools needed to protect that delicate retinal tissue.
Naturally. But before we jump into the seeds, let's be really clear about the frets. Why does this damage happen in the first place? The sources consistently point to 2 main culprits behind rapid eyesight decline.
Okay.
First up is something called oxidative stress. You see, the retina uses a huge amount of energy. It's always working.
Right.
And that constant activity plus exposure to light, screens, even just everyday pollutants, it generates these harmful molecules.
The free radicals we hear about.
Exactly. Free radicals, think of oxidative stress like rust forming on really high-performance machinery.
Okay, I can picture it.
If you leave iron out, it corrodes, right? Well, these free radicals chip away at those specialized, very energy-hungry cells in your retina. And here's the tough part, the really crucial thing to grasp.
Yeah.
Once those retinal cells are damaged and gone, they don't regenerate. They don't grow back. So prevention, being proactive, it's everything.
Wow, okay, that definitely makes defense sound critical. So what's the second big threat then?
The second is weak circulation. Your eyes, especially that retina, depend completely on this huge, intricate network of tiny blood vessels, capillaries.
Microscopic ones.
Tiny ones, yeah. They deliver oxygen, nutrients, everything the retina needs to survive. But when circulation weakens, and this happens often with age, sometimes high blood pressure or those blood sugar swings, those tiny vessels can stiffen up.
So the delivery system breaks down.
Essentially, yes. The retina starts to starve because the supply lines fail. It can't get what it needs.
Okay, so we're sort of caught then. The structure itself is vulnerable to that rust, the oxidative stress, and the supply line bringing in the repair materials is also weakening over time.
That's the challenge. But here's the empowering part from the research. These 3 seed groups we're discussing, they directly target both problems at the same time.
How so?
They provide the specific omega-3s needed for structure, the right antioxidants for defense, and specific compounds to boost that crucial microcirculation.
Okay, let's unpack that. Let's start with seed group 1, flax and chia seeds. You call these the omega-3 protectors, focusing on structural integrity. Now, we hear about omega-3s all the time, heart health, brain health. Why are they so key for the retina?
Well, the retina itself, and especially the macula, that's the part responsible for your sharp central vision, it's literally built using omega-3 fatty acids, specifically one called DHA, docosahexaenoic acid.
Okay.
And to get DHA, our bodies often need its precursor.
And that's where flax and chia come in, right?
Right.
We're talking about the plant-based form, alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. They're packed with it.
Exactly right. ALA is the precursor your body can convert. The sources really highlight ALA because it's not just about getting a one-off dose. It's about providing a consistent supply of the raw materials.
The building blocks.
The building blocks. Think about your retinal cells. They're surrounded by membranes. These membranes need to stay flexible and strong to send signals correctly. Without enough omega-3s, those membranes can become brittle, stiff.
And that leads to problems.
It leads to chronic low-grade inflammation, like constant friction at the cellular level.
Okay, so if the cell membrane is the structure, omega-3s are like the premium oil, keeping the engine smooth, preventing that friction. I didn't realize the symptoms of deficiency could be so common, though things like dry eyes, feeling irritated, maybe finding it harder to see clearly when the light's dim. It's friction, not just aging.
That constant friction absolutely causes wear and tear over time. And the great thing about flax and chia is how efficiently they deliver that crucial ALA.
Right, flax seeds are pretty famous for their anti-inflammatory effects, directly tackling that cellular friction. And just 1 tablespoon of ground flax daily makes a real difference. Ground is key, right?
Oh, absolutely key. We'll come back to that. And then you have chia seeds, which are kind of the multitaskers here.
How so?
They give you the omega-3s for structure,
Yeah.
definitely. But they also bring a lot of fiber. And that fiber is important because it slows down how quickly sugar gets absorbed into your bloodstream.
Preventing those spikes.
Exactly. Preventing the blood sugar spikes that can damage those delicate capillaries feeding the eye. Plus, chia seeds have antioxidants too.
So the practical takeaway here, for the kitchen.
It's pretty simple. Sprinkle ground flaxseed again, ground over oatmeal or yogurt. Blend chia seeds into smoothies. They actually thicken them up nicely.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Or you can soak chia seeds overnight in milk or a milk alternative for a really easy pudding. The goal is about 2 tablespoons total daily from this group flax or chia or a mix to really help fortify that retinal structure.
Okay, structure fortified. But now we need to protect it from that rust you mentioned, the oxidative stress.
Precisely. Now we need the defense team.
Yeah, I agree. This is where we need to shield the eyes.
Yeah.
Think about it. Constant light exposure, environmental stress, all that blue light from our screens. It's a constant barrage causing erosion.
It really is.
So that brings us to seed group 2, pumpkin and sunflower seeds. You call these the antioxidant protectors. They bring the key defenders, zinc and vitamin E.
A classic, powerful partnership for eye health. Let's break it down. Starting with zinc. Zinc essentially acts like a specialized courier.
A delivery guy.
Kind of, yeah. Its specific job is to transport vitamin A from your liver directly to the retina. If you don't have enough zinc, that delivery doesn't happen efficiently.
Okay, and what does vitamin A do once it gets there, thanks to the zinc?
It's used to create melanin. And the sources had this great analogy. They called melanin a natural sunscreen for your eyes.
That really clicked for me. You know, we slap sunscreen on our skin all the time, but we forget there's this internal barrier that needs constant upkeep too.
Absolutely. And without enough zinc to deliver the vitamin A, that protective melanin layer gets weaker. It leaves your retina more vulnerable to damage from light. Just a small handful of pumpkin seeds can provide meaningful zinc levels, keeping that courier service running smoothly.
Okay, but zinc is just the delivery system. We also need the actual shield, right? The physical defense.
That's where vitamin E comes in. Vitamin E is a potent fat-soluble antioxidant. What it does is step in and stabilize those very delicate fatty membranes surrounding the retinal cells.
So it stops the oxidation, the rusting, before it even starts.
Exactly. It's like the ultimate rust-proofing treatment for those cells.
And the benefits.
Well, by stabilizing those membranes, vitamin E doesn't just prevent damage, it actually helps improve the eye's overall function, like making it easier to adjust when you go from a bright area to a darker one. That adjustment relies on healthy cell membranes.
Now, zinc and vitamin E, they're in multivitamins, other foods. Why do the sources specifically emphasize pumpkin and sunflower seeds for this? Why not just say, pop a pill or eat more carrots?
That's a really good question. The focus is on these seeds because, well, first they deliver zinc and vitamin E together, often with other natural cofactors that help your body actually use them.
Synergy.
Synergy, exactly. And it's in a whole food form. It's not just isolated chemicals. The zinc acts as the courier delivering the materials like vitamin A, and the vitamin E provides that protective shield right there, stabilizing the structures where they're needed most. It's like a prepackaged defense system.
Makes sense. So practically speaking, how do we use these?
Super easy. Grab a handful of raw pumpkin seeds for a snack, toss sunflower seeds, maybe shelled ones onto salads or yogurt or even roasted vegetables. We're talking maybe 2 to 3 tablespoons total a day from this group. That provides significant levels of this antioxidant defense team.
Okay, so we've covered structure with flax and chia and defense with pumpkin and sunflower. What's left?
Now we tackle arguably the biggest variable, especially as we age, the delivery system itself, circulation. Because if the infrastructure fails,
Then the structure and defense don't matter much. They starve.
precisely. That brings us to our third group, seed group 3. Sesame seeds, the circulation boosters. Remember, the retina is incredibly energy hungry, so even slightly poor circulation means vision starts to suffer, sometimes quite quickly.
And sesame seeds help with that specifically.
They seem uniquely suited for this job, yes. They contain some special compounds that support healthy microcirculation, those tiny capillaries. First, there are lignans.
Lignans, okay.
These are powerful plant compounds that seem to act as natural modulators for those tiny blood vessels. They appear to reduce friction, improve blood flow right where vessels tend to get stiffest with age. They basically help keep the pathways clear.
Interesting. What else?
Sesame seeds are also a great source of magnesium, and this is crucial because magnesium is well known for helping to relax the smooth muscle walls of blood vessels.
So it helps them widen, stay flexible.
Exactly. It ensures the blood can flow freely and robustly. Think of it as keeping the pipes wide and pliable, not letting them get narrow and rigid. Better flow means better nutrient delivery.
Okay. Clear pathways, relaxed vessel walls. Anything else?
Yes, and this is really important. Beyond just improving the flow, sesame seeds contain a powerful antioxidant called sesmol.
Desmol. Haven't heard of that one.
It's quite specific. What makes it stand out is that sesmol seems to target oxidative stress within the blood vessel walls themselves.
Ah, so it's not just helping the flow, it's repairing the pipes.
That's a great way to put it. It's like an inner vessel repair crew, actively fixing the infrastructure damage. So you get this dual action, improving the flow and repairing the vessel walls. That combination is key for long-term retinal health.
And you mentioned you can sometimes feel the effects of better microcirculation.
Often, yes. That subtle extra blurriness you might feel at the end of a long day. Or finding it takes longer to adjust when you walk into a dark room. Poor microcirculation is frequently a root cause there. Sesame seeds can help enhance overall visual comfort and performance by addressing this.
And adding them in is easy.
Oh, very easy. Sprinkle them generously over stir fries, maybe add them to coatings for baked chicken or fish, toss them on roasted vegetables, or blend them into tahini, which is just sesame seed paste, and use that for dressings or dips.
Okay, so we've covered the 3 power groups. Flax and chia for the omega-3 structure.
The building blocks.
Pumpkin and sunflower for the zinc and vitamin E defense team.
The shield and courier service.
And sesame for the lignans, magnesium, and sesmol boosting circulation, the delivery system.
Exactly. So what does this all mean for, your daily routine? The real magic here, according to the sources, comes from consistency and rotation.
Not just eating a ton once in a while.
Right. It's not about megadosing. It's about ensuring a small, steady supply every single day. The goal is roughly 2 to 3 tablespoons of seeds total per day, but rotating between these 3 groups, maybe flax and chia one day, pumpkin and sunflower the next, sesame the day after, or mixing them up.
Covering all the bases.
Covering all the nutritional bases for retinal protection.
Now, let's circle back to something you mentioned earlier, preparation. This seems really important, but often gets missed. We talked about grinding flax, soaking chia. Why is prep so vital for actually getting the benefits?
It's absolutely vital. You see, these seeds, especially flax, have very tough outer shells or cell walls. If you eat flax seeds whole, your body often just can't break down those walls effectively.
So the good stuff passes right through.
Pretty much. The valuable ALA stays locked inside. Grinding breaks down that barrier. Similarly, soaking chia seeds softens them up, making the nutrients much more available.
And what about pumpkin, sunflower, and sesame?
For those, a light toasting can be beneficial. It doesn't just put out the flavor, it also helps break down some of the cell walls, making them easier to digest and absorb the nutrients from. If you skip these simple prep steps, you could honestly be missing out on a huge chunk of the potential benefit.
Good reminder. And you also touched on pairing foods.
Yeah, that can enhance things too. Remember, vitamin E is fat soluble. So having sunflower seeds, rich in vitamin E, with a source of healthy fat like avocado or olive oil in a salad dressing, can significantly boost absorption.
Makes sense.
Or pairing the minerals in pumpkin seeds like zinc with a good lean protein source can also help with uptake. Small tweaks, big difference.
So when you commit to this consistency, the right preparation, maybe smart pairings, what's the payoff?
The payoff over time is compounding benefits. You might notice less eye dryness, maybe finding your vision is clearer in lower light, experiencing less strain overall. This whole approach isn't a quick fix. It's an investment in slowing down the aging process of that absolutely irreplaceable retinal tissue.
Yeah, that point you made earlier really stuck with me. The retina can't regenerate cells once they're gone.
It can't.
So that really shifts the whole conversation, doesn't it? It has to be about proactive defense, about nourishing what you have, not waiting for a problem and then trying to cure it.
Absolutely. It's a total mindset shift towards prevention and support. And isn't it remarkable, really, that a potential solution to such a complex, high-tech biological problem like retinal deterioration might be hidden in something as simple, as ancient, and as inexpensive as a few different types of seeds.
It really is.
So maybe the final thought for everyone listening is this. Take a look at your diet, your daily habits. How many other things that we just accept as natural parts of aging might actually be manageable, maybe even partially solvable, with this kind of consistent, targeted nutritional support? It's worth thinking about. And maybe starting with these seeds today is a great first step.